Welcome back, everybody. Diecast OutKast here. Today we are going to do something different with the Sam Walton Ford. Referring back to episode 2, you know that I took the wheels off of this truck to put on the C10 that we took care of back on the 4th of July. As soon as I saw this casting, I knew what I had to do. We're going to step back to my childhood back in the early 80s. So I live in northwest Arkansas, and that is where Walmart started. I live probably 40 minutes or so from the actual truck that Sam Walton drove. The truck is actually showcased in a museum in Bentonville, Arkansas. So let's get started. I went to a garage sale not too long ago and I found this for 50 cents. It didn't have the top on it, which is absolutely perfect for what I had in mind for this truck. I'm really not sure what brand this is. It seems to be some kind of a Monster Jam truck. Today we're going to do a what if. What if Bob Chandler from St. Louis, Missouri decided to buy Sam Walton's truck? What would he do to it? Well, if you haven't guessed already, we're going to take this Sam Walton truck and we're going to turn it into a Bigfoot. When I was a kid back in the 80s, I was absolutely obsessed with these monster trucks, and Bigfoot and Gravedigger were my absolute favorites. I harvested an engine off of a Mustang, and then I got these decals off a guy on eBay. Here's a couple of the Bigfoot monster trucks that I have in my collection. Man, the 80s were cheesy. So I started out drilling a couple holes in the hood of this truck so we could put that monster motor in it. Then I filed it down where it was nice and square. Right now I'm trying to figure out how to cut the glass where the engine will sit in nice and flush. I figured I would put some super glue and some baking soda to solidify the super glue and glue these two together. And there is that damn ant again. I'm going to take just the window side and dip it into the pledge solution. This will give it the extra shine that it needs. We're going to pull this roll cage off so we can modify it. First we got to pop it from these tabs. This is pretty simple, it came right off. To make the body fit on the chassis, we need to cut everything off of it. We're going to cut the engine off, the seat, and what appears to be the rear differential. And off camera, I sanded it all smooth. Now we're going to modify the cage. This truck isn't going to have a cage in it, but we want to see all the suspension parts on the bottom, which I'll detail later on. Before we go to paint, I'm going to test fit the front grille and bumper and the rear bumper and make sure everything will line up just right. I cut the center of the base out. We're not going to need it. I'm getting excited. It's starting to look like a monster truck. Well, it's arts and crafts time. It had a toolbox and an animal cage in the back, and I got rid of that, so I made a wooden bed out of popsicle sticks and super glue. We're going to now prep the body for paint. I'm using 4/0 steel wool to smooth down the sides. I want to use some Mother's metal polish and polish just where the chrome trim is. We're going to mask it off and paint around it. Then I cleaned it off real good with some acetone so the masking tape would stick. For the base, I went with some Rust-Oleum aerosol. It is a deep blue. If you take your time and prep it right, apply the paint right, you can get some really good results with some aerosol cans. I wanted to put some nice sparkle over the top of this base, so I sprayed some pearlized blue on it. And now we're going to apply the decals that I bought from eBay. I'm really happy with the quality. I'll use this guy again. I wanted to darken up the wooden bed, so I turned a torch on and burned the edges of it, gave it a little bit more depth to it, darkened it up a little bit. I was happy with the results. Unfortunately, I still don't have my airbrush booth set up, so I painted this outside. I went over it with 4 coats of urethane clear and did the bed with 4 coats as well. I'm pretty happy with the results. I used what I had. We'll take you back to what it looked like before. I went ahead and epoxied the body to the base and did all the details on the base, and here is the finished result. This is a huge difference from what we started with. I'm really happy with the results. I can't wait to put this in my showcase. Now's a good time to subscribe and ring that bell. Let me know what you think. Stay tuned to the very end and you will see a Bigfoot commercial. It's from the 80s too, so it's cheesy. Don't forget, coming up we have Opa's TV Movie Card Challenge. I am doing the Stroker A's Fastest Chicken in the South Thunderbird. We will be dropping the videos August 26th, and it is with a bunch of other guys. It's going to be great. You can catch me on YouTube, Instagram, or Snapchat. Thank you guys for watching.
Hope you're ready for the next episode. Hey.